And we start with developing news this morning about this teenager who disappeared from southern Colorado last year and whose remains were found back in June. Investigators have just searched the home of Mark Redwine once again. He's the father of Dylan Redwine, and investigators took a number of things from that house. According to KUSA TV in Denver, investigators went to Redwine's home near Vallecito Lake yesterday. Mark Redwine says those investigators took sections of carpeting, wood flooring, a fire poker, clothes, and a cell phone. Dylan was visiting Mark when he disappeared back in November on a court-ordered visit. His remains were found in a rugged area near Vallecito Lake in June. Now, investigators have not officially named any suspects in Dylan's disappearance and death. If we learn more about this today, we'll be sure to pass it along to you. More information now about a suitcase that caused a big scare at the mayor's office in Albuquerque Friday morning. At first, remember, police said the suitcase contained a cryptic note reading, and I quote, "You will get what's coming to you." But after we started asking questions about why the woman who left the suitcase was caught on camera there doing that wasn't facing any charges, the story changed. Well, we got a close look at the suitcase at the police department's evidence room yesterday and didn't see any note like that one. Instead, there was a tag with the mayor's name on it, another tag with the words, "Call me," that red pair of underwear, and a puzzle book.
Initially, we were receiving a lot of information, a lot of mixed information, and we received information that there was a cryptic note that basically stated that you would get what's coming to you. At this point, we don't have any confirmation as to where that specifically generated from.
Now, we asked the mayor's office about this bad information yesterday. Surprise, surprise, they didn't want to talk about it. Meanwhile, crisis intervention team officers are connecting the woman who dropped off the suitcase here, again caught on video, with medical services. Happening now at 5:33. If you get a knock on your door from the Bernalillo County's assessor's office sometime in the next 4 years, it could save you money. Then again, it might end up costing you a little more too. And it's all about your property taxes. News 13's David Romero live in a Newsplex with all the details. What's this about, David?
Well, Matt, it could go either way. If you have made improvements to your property and have not disclosed them to the county assessor's office, you might end up paying a little more in taxes. Now, every 4 to 6 years, the county assessor's office must take an in-person evaluation of the properties in the area. There are about 250,000 properties the assessor's office will be inspecting over the next 4 years. Now, they'll be looking at improvements which may have been made or to see if the homeowners may qualify for discounts such as raising farm animals. You can also save money if you're a senior citizen, veteran, or head of household. The assessor's office adds that a recent version of this canvassing was completed in Santa Fe County, and the majority of homeowners there ended up saving money.
We want to ensure that the property information that we have is up to date. We want to ensure that it's accurate, and we want to ensure that we're treating everybody fair and equitable.
And if you want to find out more as to how this will affect you as a property owner, you can attend an informational meeting tonight at the Raymond G. Sanchez Community Center. This is on 4th Street, just north of Alameda. That begins at 7 tonight. Matt, back to you.
All right, thank you for the information, David. Now, don't worry if you missed this meeting. The assessor's office is going to have another one sometime soon. The entire project will cost about $1 million. It's from a fund that is set up specifically for the county assessor. All right, the city of Albuquerque will be dishing out $14 grand to settle a freedom of speech lawsuit.
Can you please remove this fellow?
Well, that's what it's all about. The ACLU filed a suit last year after the city's Police Oversight Commission, that's the group that polices the police department, limited public comment and had that gentleman from a government watchdog group escorted out of a meeting. As part of the settlement, the city agreed to increase the public comment limit from 2 to 3 minutes and allow some speakers to donate their time to others. Expo New Mexico is now changing its story about the age limit at their foam party where a teenage girl died last weekend. Security officers saw Hannah Brush here, and they say she looked like she was sick Saturday night at a big foam party. Paramedics rushed her to UNM Hospital where she died. The party was advertised as 16 and up. Hannah was just 14, but Expo now says that the age there was really a suggestion and there really was no minimum age. Expo also says no ages were checked for people to get in, only to make sure people who bought booze were legal. They claimed there were no reported problems with underage drinking at this big party. But one fair commissioner says, yes, drinking and drugs are often linked to these things, and the Expo should have known that.
I think what bothers me the most is that they have not done the research on these type of events to understand what kind of drug culture that is promoted within that type of venue.
Well, there will be no more concerts like the Foam Fest at the fairgrounds. A similar deal called Drop Fest that was supposed to happen during the fair next month has been canceled. State police are still investigating exactly how Hannah Brush died. Again, just 14 years old. Her father has said he thinks she may have experimented with the drug ecstasy. The trial for the man accused of being involved in a deadly shooting back in 2009 is set to start today. Investigators say Lorenzo Velarde, who was 17 at the time, was with two other teens when they drove by and shot and killed John Valenzuela. It happened at Cordella in southwest Albuquerque near Rio Grande High School. Police arrested Lorenzo, his brother, 16-year-old Louis, and Roberto Gonzalez. Lorenzo is now facing several charges, including murder. Well, today we should find out if the trial of this young man who was just 10 years old when he admits he shot and killed his own father back in 2009 in Berlin will be moved out of Valencia County. Benjamin Hilburn's lawyers say it's the only way that a jury can be found that is fair and impartial. We should also find out if prosecutors can use a 911 tape where Benjamin asks for help for his father. He is the youngest person to face first-degree murder charges in the state, quite possibly the whole country. Hilburn admits killing his father and maintains his dad was abusing him, and that's why he did it. Well, somebody ripped off computers from Animal Humane just hours after the animal welfare organization posted an online thanks to the people who donated them. These Google tablets are put outside every dog's room in Animal Humane's new state-of-the-art adoption center so people can pull up information on each pet. But last week, someone cut the locks on two tablet display cases and stole them. Staffers have replaced most of the other tablets with general information sheets so they can put stronger locks on these display cases.
It's so disappointing to think that someone would knowingly steal from a nonprofit that's caring for our state's homeless pets.
Yep, pretty ridiculous. Animal Humane is installing security cameras in the back hallway where the tablets were stolen. They're considering replacing them, but they say they simply don't have the budget for that kind of extra expense. Maybe someone will help them out.